Oh, it is a V-nickel. Sweet. Oh, 1894, baby. Well, I'm back here today. It's Monday, October 22nd. I had to take a family member to a hospital appointment today, a follow-up appointment, and we got out of there a lot sooner than we thought we would. I had taken a day off from work to take them to this appointment, so once I got them settled back at home, I figured, well, might as well go out and make the best of the day, and do a little detecting. So I came back here to the summer camp, the 4-H camp. This place hasn't been panning out. I've been here 2 or 3 times now, and you know, that old barn over there, I would have thought that'd be the oldest ground. Also, I detected around the grist mill, the sawmill, the grist mill. Nothing really. There are a lot of, back there behind the mill building, there are a lot of old bottles and things like that, and broken porcelainware in the ground. And I have found broken porcelainware and old glass in other places. But no old metallic targets other than a couple really deep targets, like a deep horseshoe and a deep lantern oil lamp base. The property feels like it's been hunted. I have a feeling someone's hunted it before. So, that's alright. We'll give it a try today, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, you know? There's still more to do. There's always more properties out there. I gotta get up the courage to go door knocking. I do have another problem, though. My wonderful Garrett AT-Max, which is a fantastic machine, which I'm very happy to have, is not behaving. Now, it's nice and quiet right now, but when I first turn it on, it gives off this horrible whine, and the whine continues for a long time. And each time I switch it on, it's longer and longer and longer. So I know it's going to break down. I don't know if I got a bum unit, or... Well, I must have gotten a bum unit, because it's brand new. Now, Garrett's always been very good to me in the past, so I'm sure if I send it in, they'll have it fixed, but then I'll be without it for a couple weeks, and I'll have to switch up and use one of my AT Pros. Well, one of those is not working either, so I'll be down to one working detector. My hope is that I can nurse this guy along until I can't go detecting anymore, you know, winter proper, and then send it out. So I'm hoping I can keep it functioning long enough to do that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, the plan today is to go down there around the beachy area. There's some old rock walls down there. Check those out. There's a big slope up the hill there where there's lots of pine needles. I figure people probably wandered around up there. Maybe I'll find something there. And then I want to head down this way here. Get down to the stream and detect along the little stream, the little brook. And that's basically the plan for today. It's about 2. It'll be dark by 6, so I figure maybe I got 4 hours at best. Gonna try to make the most of them. We'll see what we can get. I'm parked right by the barn with the blinking lights, the flickering lights, and no sign of Jason Voorhees yet. But then again, I'm a long way from Camp Crystal Lake, since Camp Crystal Lake is well, it's fictional. Come on. All right, let's get started. Well, I was kind of getting a little discouraged. I was sort of checking this lawn here, walking my way over to the beach, and I started picking up low 60s. That's pull tab range, but that's also trime range, gotta dig it. And of course it was all pull tabs. And then that big tree right in the foreground, right in the center next to that telephone pole there, that's got some huge roots coming off of it. You can't see them from this angle. And I got a signal just under one of those, and I had to go down like 1.5 feet and found modern piping covered in rubber. Some sort of hose, probably a drainage hose or a water hose or something. Of course I didn't cut it or anything. I was very, very careful. You're always careful. But that's not a good sign. If I can go down 1.5 feet and come across something modern, how old can the ground be, right? I was starting to get discouraged. Then I'm walking around here, which is right next to the picnic table, for Pete's sakes, in this packed dirt. And I got a high tone in the packed dirt, almost on the surface, like just below the surface. So I was like, there's going to be, you know, a modern dime or a zinc penny or a copper penny. And I started immediately, the first thing came to my mind is I feel like I'm hunting in tot lots again. I don't want to be doing this. And I used the pinpointer, and it was just under the surface, so I grabbed my little probe and popped it out. And shut up. Okay. That is silver. That is a Merc dime, 1943. Right near the surface. Beautiful silver Merc. So here's the thing. I've been thinking this area has probably been detected already. Maybe that's why I'm not finding anything. I probably already said this on video. I can't remember if I did or didn't. But this is a real good sign. I mean, right over here next to the picnic table, 1/4 inch down, there's no way if another detectorist came through here, they didn't come by the picnic table right away. And there's no way they could have missed this being as shallow as it is. So the implication is there should be old things here. Now, we might not find the 100-year-old relics we're looking for, but maybe we'll score a lot of 40s and 50s silver, because apparently this was a camp starting in 1941. So I wouldn't mind pulling a bunch of 40s and 50s silver out of here. It certainly would be better than pulling nothing. So we'll give it a shot. That's all wood chips there. I feel like that's probably more recent. I'll make a quick pass over that area. My expectation is that in that I would only find modern clad, because that looks like fresh wood chips. That doesn't look like 80-year-old wood chips. But this was a good sign. I'll keep poking around here, see what else turns up. But a little bit of shiny. I didn't see a mint mark on it. Let me see here. I don't see a minty, so I think it's a Philadelphia. 45p Merc. I'll take it. Any day you find silver is a good day. Well, I'm still in this little area. I'm not far from the picnic table. Since I found that silver dime there, I figured I better check around here a little bit more closely. Since the silver dime, all I pulled up is a lot of clad, a few clad dimes, some copper pennies and zinc pennies, no quarters, nickel. And then I found this, which is interesting. I don't think it's particularly valuable, and I don't think it's old. Have a look. That looks like a token to me. But I've never seen a token like it. There's kind of a laurel around a shield. The shield has got a pair of, it looks like, lions on it. Highly stylized lions. And they may be breathing fire, I can't tell. And then the laurel comes together in like a pretzel shape down the bottom, and underneath that are 3 initials, RWM. Try zooming in on it. See that? RWM. Alright, and the back of the token is just this sort of starburst pattern. Nothing over there. I know that that there were LARPers here over the weekend, and I know that some LARPing groups actually pay to have tokens made to be the currency for their fantasy world that they play in. You know, when they're playing characters and the characters need to exchange money, they use special tokens. I have found tokens like that before. This might be a LARPer token of some kind, but I really otherwise don't know what it is. I'll try to do some research on it, but if it is a custom LARPing token, it's extremely unlikely that I'm going to be able to find out, you know, what it is. But it's cool. I like it. It'll go in a coin flip. It's certainly something interesting. Anyway, we'll keep at it, and hopefully we'll find something soon. What am I doing in here? I just figured I'd take a quick pass through the wood chips, headed over to the restroom, and I keep stopping because there's a lot of clad here in the wood chips, just like you would find in a tot lot. I may never get to the beach at this rate. It just seems silly if there's this clad here to just walk by and not take it. I just did dig something interesting, and it reinforces my opinion that the earlier token that I found was a LARPer's token. Have a look. It's hard to see, but it's got like a woman's head with a crown, and across the top it says, Her Majesty's Bank of Lira. This is actually a LARPing token. This is a type that I have found before in parks from a local LARPing group. I actually have a couple of these. I know this is a LARPing token. So that makes me think it's even more likely that that other token is also a LARPing token, just for a different group. So, interesting. Rang up nice, rang up like a quarter, but not a quarter. So those are always interesting to find. Alright, gonna keep at it. Hey, maybe I'll score a little jewelry in here. That'd be nice. Okay, I had to get out of those wood chips. It's crazy. Those chips back there, they're sick with clad. I'm sure I could pull several dollars in quarters out of there, but that's really not why I'm here. So, I mean, I grabbed plenty of clad. There's a bunch in my bag now. But I had to get out of there. I would end up there for the rest of the day, and that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for relics. Just moving across the grass here, and picked up another high tone, and it turned out to be two of these tokens. They both say 1. They both have, looks like HH at the bottom, and on the back they have the same starburst pattern as that earlier token I found with the 2 lions on the front. I think these are also LARPers coins for the live action roleplay people. So I bet there's a lot of those here. Oh well, I mean, that's kind of cool. I'll dig those. My kind of want to get down to the water's edge. My hope is that I could find something old down there. We'll see. We'll see. It never goes the way you plan. The only plan in this hobby is that there is no plan. Alright, here we go. Someone's been fishing down here by the water. There's a lead fishing weight. Number 3. Chunky. Chunky monkey. I like finding those. I'll definitely take that. There might be something else here. I thought I had a second target, but it might have just been that big old lead weight. Let's see. Yeah, seems quiet now. That was probably it. That had to be it, I mean. Yeah. Yeah. Just little bits of iron. Just little bits of iron. Okay. So, big lead fishing weight. Moving on. Well, more fantasy LARPer money. This time it seems to be made of aluminum so that it would shine. This is 10 whatevers. Are those the same initials? Well, it's 10 of them, whatever it is, and on the back it's the same starburst pattern. Busy little bees, those LARPers. More LARPer money. This is 1 unit of whatever the unit is, and it was kind of deep, so it had been down there for a while. And as you can see, that's classic zinc corrosion. We see that on zinc pennies all the time, so I think it's safe to say that these 1 unit pieces that look coppery on the outside probably have zinc cores, just like a Just like a US zinc penny. So, pretty cool. Wow, man. I am digging a lot of LARPer money. I'm just pulling LARPer coin after LARPer coin, all different LARPer groups. Here's another one. Not sure what this one is. Have a look. Looks like a king and a queen. King Alistair Finbar, Queen Janella Evangelis Moria. And then on the back, Strength Through Union. We got a laurel, 2 crossed swords, a goblet, a goose or a swan, and then a lion. Strength Through Union. I guess the union of the king and the queen. Well, thanks to my miraculous wand of treasure detection, I am just pulling these coins out of the ground. I am a man of great means in several worlds that don't exist. But not to put down the LARPers. I have a lot of respect for LARPers. I couldn't do that. I've done a lot of role-playing games, a lot of D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, that kind of stuff. Mostly as a game master. I tend to write the campaigns. LARPing? That's another thing entirely. It's one thing to sit at a table with a group of friends and tell them what's in the room and watch them try to put on characters with each other or not. But it's another thing entirely to dress in period costumes and carry on contests and games, and I don't think I'd have that kind of courage. I'd be too afraid that I'd feel silly and then be embarrassed. So, anyway, the king and queen came out of that hole there, and I'm getting another signal just a couple inches away, which I'm sure is another one. These LARPer costumes, they must have a lot of holes in their pockets. This is just sand, as you can see here. We don't really need to dig a plug there. I think we can just scoop out a little shovelful. Oh, there's not much grass in this spot to speak of. Alright. Ooh. There we go. Oh, I see it already. There it is. There it is. Just flopped right out. Alright, is this another one? Yep. Probably dropped at the same time by the same LARPer. Alright. Anyway, gonna keep going. Gotta clean this up. This won't be a problem. See? No problem. Looks just like the surrounding grassy, sandy dirt. This is getting crazy. I realize none of it's worth anything, but I'm having so much fun just seeing these weird coins, seeing the designs. Look at this one, it's very pretty. This one's a little smaller. It's a boat on the ocean, and then you flip it over here. It has the wheel of a ship and ropes, and not sure what any of that is. That could be Latin or some made-up language. That's pretty nice. That's a very pretty little fake coin. Boy, this is turning out to be a very interesting place, and I'm not thinking anything historic. I'm still having a blast. Hey, you never know with metal detecting. You do not know what you're going to find. There are so many odd places out there that are just unbelievable. I actually have one lined up for Sunday. I think it's going to be very interesting, and another interesting place lined up for Saturday, and I have no idea what to expect. I guess that's part of the joy of it. Alright, did that guy have any friends? No, just the one guy. Okay. Crazy. Well, it's getting dark. I gotta get going. But I thought I would go over the finds today. A lot of interesting finds. Not much that's old, but we did have one piece of silver, so it was worth it. Let's have a look. And today was a huge clad day. And there's a lot more out there. I stopped after a while and started moving around to try to find other things, but there's a 275 in quarters, another $1.60 in dimes, that's 375. 4.35, 4.45, and then another 30 cents in nickels, so 4.75, and then another 14 cents in pennies, a mix of copper and zinc pennies, so 4.89, almost $5 in change, and there's more out there. I had one button with a fleur-de-lis on it, but I think it's modern. I had this number 3 fishing weight, a couple of tiny little beads, you know I collect those. This one little metal loop, not sure what that is, it's not precious or anything. Maybe it was part of a LARPer costume. Then we had this Paul Revere token from Boston. And then that lovely 1945, please stop glaring at me. It's so shiny, that's the problem. At 1945, I can tell it to expose for that. There we go. That 1945, I believe, is it 45? 43. The 1943 Mercury Dime. And then we have all kinds of LARPer money. We have these two, the King and Queen, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the Her Majesty's Bank of Lira, and then 3 of these 1-unit coins, and 2 of these 10-unit coins, and 1 of these coins has the same kind of back, but just has this pattern on the front. And then we have this coin. It's a, you know, fake LARPer coin. And yeah, that was basically it. So, interesting day. No shortage of interesting things to find, and I really, that field is big. I mean, it would take a lot longer to cover it thoroughly. I'm gonna have to bring a friend out here. I didn't get up into the woods or down by the stream, so that'll have to be a future hunt. Let's see if I don't know if I'll be able to get away after work tomorrow. Maybe I will. If I do, then we'll pick one of those locations and take a poke around there. But yeah, just the one silver coin over by the picnic table, and that was it. No other silvers, so surprising. You'd think if you found one, you would find several, but that's fine. I'm not going to complain. We found silver. Any day you find silver is a good day, so awesome. Alright, I will see you on the next hunt, fellow adventurers. I must tally forth, or venture forth. I can't do that. Tally-ho! I must venture forth and seek adventure. Venture to seek adventure. See, I can't do that off the cuff. That's why I couldn't be a LARP.